Hello, I'm coming to you today as a husband of 18 years, father, a copywriting consultant with 15 years of experience, a martial artist with over 40 years of experience, an outreach and social engagement specialist with over 30 years of experience, to let you know we're going to talk about something that's very important to you. It is called Where is My Money? Now, as a copywriting consultant with 15 years of experience and a graduate of Charter Oak University, and thanks be to God, I gained a BS in psychology with a GPA of 4.0. What about your money? That's how I'm coming to you today. You need to ask yourself, where is my money? And I'm going to help you to find out where it is. You may say it's in my bank account. I have a CD. I have a pension. I'm getting this. I'm getting that. Let's find out a little bit more about where your money really is. Now, as I do research, I read an article in Flex Jobs that says 10 high-paying freelance jobs by Rachel J.A.Y. In this article, it talks about 10 high-paying freelance jobs. According to them, it's high pay. Remember, where's my money is the question. So here we go with some of the salaries. Copywriter, the average pay is $38 per hour. Graphic designer is $36 per hour. And the PR or public relations manager is $52 an hour. Now, when you compare those rates to freelance writing rates, it's different. Here's how. The entry level of a copywriter or freelance writer is 3 cents to 6 cents per word, $15 an hour to 30. So that area there, the first two kind of almost fall in that range. Maybe, the $38 per hour, $8 more than 30. Okay. So the experienced writer is $65 an hour to $100 an hour. Now, there is an intermediate level with freelance rates, and this is what it is. 7 cents to 12 cents per word. If you're going to go that pricing strategy, later on we'll name some other pricing strategies. But for now, let's just focus here on per word. 500 words per hour, rather. So you have $35 to $60 in the intermediate freelance rates. Let's go back to what FlexJobs said was, quote unquote, high paying, and compare it to the intermediate rates of freelance rates. Freelance rates, again, are $35 an hour to $60. FlexJobs says the copywriter is $38 an hour. $60, the high point of intermediate, is more than that. Graphic designer is $36 per hour. The high point of intermediate, again, is 60, higher than that. The CPR manager is $52 an hour. Again, the intermediate is $60 per hour, high point. Let's look at the high point of the experienced writer again. Experienced writer high point, according to these rates, some people charge more, is $100. That's more than the copywriter at 38. It's more than the graphic designer at 36. And it's just about double the price or the pay of the CPR manager, which is only $52 per hour. Question yourself, where is my money, before you approach a company or any business to get involved with them and collaborate and do projects for them. You have to ask that question. And here's why. When an individual is in school, college, and they get a BS, if they get a BA, if they receive an MBA or a doctorate or even an associate's, before they graduate, they are already at the experience level. That's why they get the GPAs of 3.0 and above. That's why I received a 4.0 GPA taking an accelerated psychology course. and finished it in 16 weeks, a months rather, 16 months. And I had a year prior to that at Ashford University. So you take 12 months and 16 months, you get 28 months. It's less than 3 years. And they get you to the level of an experienced writer, which is $65 an hour to 100, and you can even charge more than that as an in-demand writer as you position yourself price per value. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. So that's something to really think about. That's why I say, where's my money? Where's your money? Don't allow linear thinking people to dictate to you what you're worth. It's manipulation, it's deception. Where did that system of pay for hours for dollars come from? It came from the slave trade, the black slave trade. That's just where it started. Now it's being used still against black people, Latinos, and even Caucasian people because it's off of greed. And in the Bible, it talks about that. In the book of James, chapter 5, verse 1, it says, "And now you rich people, listen to me. Weep and wail over your miseries that are coming upon you. Your riches have rotted away, and your clothes have been eaten by moths. Your gold and silver are covered with rust. And this rust will be a witness against you, and it will eat up your flesh like fire. You have piled up riches in these last days. You have not paid any wages to those who work in your fields. Listen to their complaints. The cries of those who gather in your crops have reached the ears of God, the Lord Almighty." And then he goes on to talk about how rich people have made themselves fat and have not paid people what they're worth. So into the Bible, Jesus also said, the labor is worthy of his hire. We often say you reap what you sow. That's karma. Well, if a person is valuable, no matter what color they are, we're all in the human race, politically correct speaking. So if their value is high, why are companies paying the copywriter 38, graphic designer 36, CPR manager only 52, when these three people are on the foundation of any business? Sales of millions, billions, and trillions of dollars are driven by the copywriter, the graphic designer, and people, CPR management, public relations, advertising, social media strategists, the influencers, the thinkers, the problem solvers. They're the foundation of the business. Without these people involved with multi-million dollar, billion dollar, and trillion dollar businesses, those businesses would not exist. They wouldn't exist. The graphic designer is into the 10 colors that generate sales. Red is the number one color to hold the reader's attention, to signify power, and to generate sales. Think Coca-Cola. Think Nike. Think Bank of America. They use red and blue. Blue is your second best color to hold the reader's attention, to build trust between the reader and the brand. And look at people like Lowe's Home Improvement, Progressive Insurance, the post office system. Anyone that uses that blue, Allstate uses blue. They use those colors for a reason. McDonald's uses yellow. That represents enlightenment and wisdom. People just don't go to McDonald's and spend money because they're hungry. They see that golden arch, which McDonald's will never change, because that golden arch sends a message. Not only are you going to eat, you're going to eat and become wise and enlightened. It's speaking in a language to the emotions, and it triggers them to buy. Now, you just got 3 good gems on color psychology. Now, let's move on. So you want to make sure that you know these things. And copywriters spend 60 to 70% just on the headlines alone. 60 to 70% of their work. And a headline is equivalent to a thesis statement in academics. All of these are the foundations. Remember the book by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich? He said this: if America is really serious about entrepreneurship, every student will be able to graduate, just about every student, over 98% of them, will be able to graduate by 8th grade and know how to run a business or businesses from end to end. That means the American system has tacked on 4 extra years of school, plus they want you to do 4 extra years of college. And if it's a doctor or a lawyer, it may take longer. So they're tacking on 8 years or more of you spending your time, effort, and money. And then when you come out, they want you to take a state test, pay more money. And then after that, they want you to beg, oh, please hire me, and come in at entry level. That's baloney. Where is my money? Where is your money? It's right here. And realizing and taking these insights and using them for your advantage, that no one can tell you what you're worth but yourself. And only the executives involved in some corporations and businesses will understand this. Evans Sanchez, in the book Cracking the Rich Code, said this: over 90% of Fortune 500 companies fail by using those assessments and traditional interview strategies. They don't hire the right people. That means a lot of people in management shouldn't even be there. And you can testify for that yourself. So if you want to reach out to me with your thoughts and your frustrations about the challenges you may be facing with a manager or a corporation or a client as a freelancer, you can write me at mikeiswealthy@gmail.com. Now, I'm going to deal with 3 systems inside businesses that cannot function without these systems and where the copywriter and graphic designer falls. First one is hard system. What the business looks like, your logo, interior design, uniforms, letterheads, templates, and funnels. That deals with color psychology. That's your graphic designer all day long. So we see the graphic designer right here in the hard system. Soft system, predictable system. What something sounds like, the greetings, handling the complaints, how you sell, upsell, and cross-sell. The copywriter falls right there under that soft system. Your information system are your reports, KPIs, white papers. Copywriters definitely fall underneath that. While in college, you do those long essays, 10 or more pages. And in the business world, a white paper is at least 10 pages that the businesses request. They feed you the information. You do the graphs, you do the graphics. You may have someone helping you. There's graphic designer again. You're a content creator. You work with a graphic designer. Gorham Graham, the white paper guy, has done over 300 white papers. And white papers sell between $3,000 to $10,000 per project. And they have to request that once again. You can't just make them. Now, many of you in school that have a BS, BA, associates, especially those that have an MBA or a doctorate degree, those 20-page reports that look like books when you open them and has it sectioned out of chapters and your index and your hexagraphs, all of those graphs, that's a white paper. You don't believe me? Go Google Gordon Graham and look on his website. He has about 50 examples of white papers. Look at them, look at your report. You'll see that they're formatted exactly the same. The only difference is the subject. It's the only difference. So you're already handling $3,000 to $10,000 as a documented white paper. You did it in school and they didn't even tell you that. How do you like that? Once again, their linear thinking trying to hinder you to grow. So as we move on, we dealt with the 3 systems: hard system, soft system, information system. Now let's deal with the different pricing strategies that you can use as a copywriter or graphic designer or web developer or PR manager. Price per competition, that's when you've done back in college, once again, your comparative essays or what they call a competitors analysis in business. What does business A charge? What does business B charge? I may go in the middle or be a little bit more and add value to outweigh the competition. Price per project could be a white paper, $3,000 to $10,000. It could be a sales letter, which every Fortune 500 company uses. They don't tell you about it, but they have to have them to help advertise and win over investors and shareholders and things of that nature, which is very important for generating the revenue. Just doesn't come from the target audience, it comes from investors, angel investors, men and women, especially men mostly, that make $200,000 up into the millions and even the billions. There's only one person close to a trillionaire. That's Mr. Regnault. He's at 93 billion right now. So there's no recorded trillionaire. Something to think about. Where is my money? Where's your money? Okay, price per project. That is per project. You did group projects in school. Price per project. Price per position. Putting yourself in the position of an expert to advocate established authority, advocating persuasive psychology, advocating relevance, which creates influence on the target audience to be emotionally charged to buy through desire, through fear of missing out, through frustration, through sadness, through joy. All of that the copywriter does in writing and in strategy. What does the logo say? What does the headline do? It's either a problem or a promise. The name of this video is Where is My Money? That's a headline. It's presenting a problem, a challenge. Where is your money? Okay, we have price per position. We have price per bid, which construction companies use all the time. They bid on the project. When you buy real estate, whether it's residential or commercial, the broker will help you to see the place. You'll check it over, do all of your radiant checks and all of that stuff, chemicals and toxins. And what is your bid? Well, so-and-so bid this, that couple bid that. What is your bid? So that's what you use. So those are the different areas of pricing strategies that you as a freelancer can use. And if you still need understanding or need help with any type of project, reach out to me directly at mikeiswealthy@gmail.com. That is mikeiswealthy@gmail.com. And remember, no matter what you're facing, stay safe, be encouraged, and always ask yourself, where is my money? And don't let anyone shortchange you out of what is yours. You have to be like a blue oval diamond that is worth 3 carats and it sells for $14,000 to $100,000. Or be like that pear-shaped blue diamond, the marquise, which starts at $19,000 to $95,000, and you can round that off to $100,000. Or be that red diamond that sells for $2 million per carat, or be the jadeite, not jade, jadeite. It's more precious than jade, more precious than silver and gold. It's a precious gem, a rare gem. And jadeite goes for $3 million per carat. Or you might want to be that black opal that sells for $15,000 per carat. Or you might want to be Jeremzavite, which sells for $3,000 per carat. Or you might want to be painite. Where is your money? You might want to be painite. And painite starts at $60,000 to $70,000 per carat. Know your value, just like I know the value of those rare gems. You need to know the value of what you bring to the table. So restudy this video. And if you have a supervisor that you've been in Kentucky Fried Contention with, just say this. Hey, Sue, call them by their name. Give them a little respect. Just a little bit, just a little bit. I'd like you to check out this video on YouTube. Write it down and let them listen to it so you can know where is your money. Once again, that's mikeiswealthy@gmail.com. I'm signing off. You be encouraged. Go get your money.